Welcome. Today is the 22nd day of May 2025, and we shall be bringing you the full details of what transpired in court today against Nnamdi Kanu versus the Federal Republic Government of Nigeria. The lawyers of Nnamdi Kanu brought out several videos in defense of Nnamdi Kanu. We want you to sit tight and listen carefully till the end, because all the cross-examination done to the second witness will be completely, revealed here. And also, just to let you know, the second witness has concluded. The cross-examination for the second witness has been concluded, and then the judge also, hammered on accelerated case, stating that he wouldn't want any further delay in the case, and also went further to, mandate the federal government to produce all their witnesses within 2 weeks. It is a win for Nnamdi Kanu, as the case was in his favor today. Let us quickly dive into what transpired in court today. Breaking, this is the court update. The judge says, I will give 6 days, and within that 6 days, you gather your witnesses, and if you don't deliver, I will close your case and move to the defense. The judge to the prosecution. Prosecution in this case is the lawyers of the Federal Republic Government of Nigeria. Went further to say, I put this case on an accelerated hearing, and I have my reasons. I want this case closed as soon as possible. This is the judge speaking. The defendant has been in detention for long. He's talking about Nnamdi Kanu. Soon, the court will vacate and the defendant will still be in detention. I give 6 days for you to call all your witnesses, whether they are 500 or more. Work with this time frame. As you are enjoying your vacation, remember, someone is still in detention, away from his family. I granted accelerated hearing, and it's 3 months already. This is not accelerated hearing. This is what the judge is saying to the prosecution, being the lawyers of the Federal Government of Nigeria. Then the cross-examination of the witness 2 started. Cross-examination of witness 2 to the defense. The question will now be coming from the lawyers of Nnamdi Kanu, while the answer will be the answer presented by the second witness. Let's go. Question: has the defendant's international passport been in your custody? Answer: I don't know. Question: has the defendant traveled abroad? The witness said, he told me he has been to many countries. Question: was the broadcast you presented made in Nigeria? He said, I don't know. Is the name Biafra proscribed? He said, I don't know, but I know IPOB is proscribed. Then a letter of complaint from the Attorney General of the Federation. The question round went ahead. 5 to 6 years ago, did you obtain a statement from the defendant? He said, I didn't get any statement and I didn't see any. Do you have a report of the investigation? He said, yes. The lawyer now said, may we see it? He said, I don't have it. It is the government that has it. So the lawyers of Nnamdi Kanu went ahead to say, you didn't have the defendant investigation or statement, yet you are a witness. He now responded, the investigation is immaterial. Lawyers went ahead to ask again, did you make any video of any other person in line with this? He went ahead to say, I made investigation with some people. The question now went, where is your report? He said, I don't have it. Did you see anyone carrying arms from the video you presented? He said, I don't know. Arms can be concealed. That is what the witness said. The question came again. Did you identify anyone? He went ahead to say, I identified ESN. The questioner says, how did you know? Did you confirm their identity? The lawyer is now asking him, since you say you saw ESN, how did you know you saw ESN from the video? He now said no, that he did not confirm the identity. The question now went, did you remember NSAS protest? He said yes. What was it all about? He was now thinking. No response from him. The NSAS, Nnamdi Kanu's defense team, presents clips of Lagos State Panel of Inquiry. The Lagos State Panel of Inquiry. Now the question goes, are you aware the document didn't indict IPOB? He said, I am not aware. Then I asked him again, how long has the defendant been in your custody? He said, I met him in June. I don't know how long he has been there. The question now says, after receiving a letter from the Attorney General of the Federation, AGF, did you reply to him? They said, I don't reply directly to the AGF. The question says again, are you aware no report was made to the AGF? He said, I am not aware. They asked him again, do you have any recording of people who said the defendant asked them to do something bad? He said, I don't have. Other witnesses will bring it. So they now asked him again, before IPOB was proscribed, it wasn't an illegal organization. He said, yes, my lord. Then I asked him again, do you know the members are not criminals? Do you know IPOB members are not criminals? He said, if they didn't do anything bad. Then I asked him again, you said you always do investigation. He said, yes, my lord. Then I asked him, so why didn't you make investigations of IPOB members to know the evildoers? He now said, I didn't do any investigation. Then I asked him again, do you agree it is the duty of the government to provide security for the people? He said, yes, my lord. Then I asked him, has the government done that? He said, yes, to the best of my ability. Now they asked him again, do you have any proof that anything that the defendant has said is happening? He said, like what? Then I replied, like sit at home. He said, I live in Abuja. There is no sit at home here. If I live in the East, I will still come out on Monday. Then I went further to ask him again. The defendant said people should write their will. Do you know anyone who has written their will? Now they are asking him, that Master Nnamdi Kanu say people should write their will. That has he seen or does he know anyone who has written their will? He now answered, I am not so sure. They went further to ask him, isn't this a proof that so-called threats made by the defendant was ineffective? He said, I don't know. They now asked him, yesterday, I asked you the name of DSS DG. If you see him, that means yesterday I asked you the name of DSS DG. He now went further to say, if you see him in video, will you recognize him? He said, yes. Then the defense team asked that the flash containing a clip vital for cross-examination be played, and it's been accepted by the court. The prosecution objects the video being played, says the man in the video is not the DG. The judge says it is not his duty to identify who the DG is. It is the duty of the witness. Now the defense says they haven't asked the witness who the man in the video is. That's the Master Nnamdi Kanu lawyers. We're now telling the lawyers of the federal government that they have not even asked the witness who the man in the video is, that he should allow the video to play, and then they will now ask him the question they want to ask him. Now the judge says objection is overruled. The video continues to be played. That is the duty of the witness to identify who the DG is in the video when asked. The video continued to play. Then in the video, a man was seen addressing the people. In his words, He said, if you are depending on the police to protect you, or you are depending on the police for protection, you will all die. That is what was played in the video. The person who was speaking in the video, that is what he said. Now, the witness, is this your DG? The question now was now going to the witness. They asked him, is this your DG? He said no. They now noted it. They now played another clip. Now, the first clip was gotten from Channels Television, just for record's sake. Then another clip was now played. In this clip playing, a man is seen addressing the people, and in his words, he says, everyone must put hands together to fight Boko Haram and restore peace. He says it is impossible to leave the fight for security only for the police. It's impossible to leave the fight for security only for the police. That it is imperative. That is impossible. Then he now calls for everyone to join hands and rise to defend themselves, and the time to start it is now. So he's calling for everybody to join hands for the security of their own locality. That the time to start your own self-defense is now. They now asked the question, who is the man we just watched? The witness said he is our DG. They now asked him, what is his name? He said, Oluwatosin Ajayi. They now asked him again, did you hear him say the community must arm themselves? He said, yes. They now asked him again, is there anything wrong with what the DG of DSS said? He said, no. This is where they are nailing him with what Nnamdi Kanu said, so that he will know when people are saying certain things, defend yourself, protect yourself, he will know it is not a crime for people to ask their people to protect and defend themselves against invaders. Now, he now went further to ask him, do you agree with everything that has been said? He said, yes. The case continued. Nnamdi Kanu's defense team now presents clip of Hope Uzodinma while disassociating IPOB from crimes in the state, as court adjourned to 28th and 29th of May 2025, and then 6th, 16th, 18th and 19th of June 2025. Now, it went further, and they say a man is seen addressing people. In his words, he said, if anyone says it is IPOB that is killing people in Imo, the person is wrong. He goes on to say that killings are politically motivated. He continued to accuse a particular party of being behind crimes against the opposition party. Now, they now began the question. Do you know who this man is? He said, yes. They now asked him, who is he? The man they are asking about is the man who made the statement in the video that they just played. They now asked him, who is he? He said, it is the governor of Imo State. They asked him, what is his name? He said, Hope Uzodinma. They now asked him again, yesterday you said that the same governor accused IPOB of killing people in Olu, Imo State. He said, yes. They now asked him, did you hear him now saying that the killing were not done by IPOB but by opposition party? He now said the governor didn't mention names. Look at this guy. He now went further. Another clip was now presented. The question was now, do you know who just spoke? He said, T.Y. Danjuma. They now asked him, did you hear him say, if we are waiting for the police to protect us, we will all die? He said, yes. He now asked him, what can you say about his statement? This is a statement by T.Y. Danjuma when he said, if you are waiting for police to protect you, you will all die. They now asked him, what can you say about his statement? He said, it is not my job to interpret his statement. They now asked him again, T.Y. Danjuma said everyone should carry arms, right? He said, yes. They now asked him, did your agency arrest him for making such statement? He said, I am not aware. They now asked him again, what's the difference between Amotekun and ESN? He now answered, Amotekun is recognized by law, but ESN is not. They now went further to ask him, from the previous played video, you heard the governor mentioning that politicians were killed. Is IPOB into politics? He said, I am not sure. They now asked him, when he said he is not sure, the cross-examination ends and witness number 2 was now discharged. The judge still maintains his accelerated hearing, saying that they should pick 6 days from the next 2 weeks. If they don't come through, he will strike out the prosecution as weak and close the case. This is what the judge said today. The judge is telling the prosecution to reduce their witness. In his words, he says, we cannot continue like this. Reduce your witnesses so this matter can end soon. This is what transpired in court today. Let us have your say and have your views. Share widely and ensure that everyone gets to hear about this. It is important that you know that we are here for you. Join us in this family, this great and wonderful family, by clicking on the red subscribe button. It will not do you any harm. It is free, and always share and like our videos. Thank you for watching. Let's hear what you have to say about what transpired in court today. Thank you for listening. It is Biafra First.